Pokemon Go has taken us for quite a roller coaster ride. It exploded in popularity when it came out, and then slowly just disappointed people ever since. And don't get me wrong, the app is still widely successful and way more popular than anything I've ever done. But I can't really help but feel like there are some very simple things that they're failing to do. First of all, a lot of people have been saying that they've been not communicating very well, and I know that that's something that Niantic is for sure trying to do better, right, with their communications. It was really funny how communication was something that Nintendo was doing very well. They're like, hey guys, I know you guys are investing in our stock, but you know, just so you know, we're not getting any revenue. Like, I'm actually quite happy that they came out and said that ahead of time, as opposed to having a whole bunch of people being angry at them down the line for, you know, them investing money into them and not seeing much cut from Pokemon Go, and like, hey, how come you didn't tell us? I think that was really good on Nintendo to do so, because that was really, really important. There is this idea that I've been playing around with called managing expectations, and I feel like this is something that's very, very important, not only in game design but in life in general, and anything you do really, is to manage expectations. You essentially want to align yourself and what you're doing with what people are expecting you to be doing, and you make sure that these things, you know, are one and the same, so that nobody is mad or disappointed later on. So for Pokemon Go, what do we have to look at? We have that original trailer that came out way back when we first heard about Pokemon Go, and we can see certain things in that trailer that builds up our expectation of what this game is going to be like. We expected trackers, we expected trading, we expected these giant global city events kind of thing where you can catch a Mewtwo, for example. So these are things that we saw in the trailer, and thus we're expecting to see them in the game. When we have the feature in the game, like Pokemon Go had the tracking feature, we expect it to work, and we expect ourselves to be able to access the server, right? These are basic things that, like, oh yeah, sure, but you should expect these kinds of things, and it's true. The big failing that Niantic has was when they knew that our expectations weren't going to be met, they didn't manage that aspect. So that's where the communication comes in, right? And communication is definitely number one, big important thing for managing expectations, because how else would you be able to make sure that you're aligned unless you are in conversation, in a dialogue with your client, with the person that you're trying to deliver something to. Hey, you know, servers are going to be down from this time to this time, or hey guys, you know, things are going to be a little bit sketchy until we tell you again later. Any of those things are fine, because you are at least doing some form of management of expectation, but in doing so, you can help pull away a little bit from that disappointment, that anger that you might get otherwise. So how does this apply to other things in life, right? If I'll give you guys an example. If you are expected to do a high school project, for example, and in your mind, from your understanding, you were supposed to do X, Y, and Z, but based on, you know, your teacher's expectation, you were expected to deliver A, B, C, right? And if you spend a lot of effort and stuff like that and deliver X, Y, Z, yes, you spend a lot of work on it and you did a really good job, but you didn't actually deliver what the teacher was expecting you to deliver, and thus you get a bad grade. It doesn't mean that you're a bad student. It doesn't mean that your work sucked. It simply meant that you didn't meet the criteria of what was expected. And so the lesson here is that basically you got to make sure that there's a conversation and that people know exactly what they're going to expect, for better or for worse, right? You got to manage expectation for better or for worse, because sometimes they're expecting a huge big thing, and really what you're going to do is you're allowing this excitement to build up when you know you're not going to deliver it. It's almost better to just tell them that this is not going to be the case, just so that you avoid that big disappointment later and the illusion of a false promise, right? silence is not golden in this matter. Anyways, guys, that's all I want to talk about today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.